Hi folks, it's me again, and I'm here with my second entry into Joshuagundamu's Mobile Suit Gundam action figure contest. My second entry also comes from G Gundam, and it's the partner unit to the Blazing Gundam that I spoke about earlier. Hailing from Neo Germany, it's Dragoon Gundam. Dragoon Gundam is piloted by Victor Hildegard. He comes from a long line of knights called Dragoons, and this figure is inspired by a little bit of real live Dragoons, which were infantrymen that rode on horseback and carried spears or rifles, and the Dragoons you see in video games where they're associated more with dragons and they jump really high. Anyway, whereas Hayato is more hot-blooded and loud, Victor, his partner, is more calm and collected and is amazed at how much he can put up with Hayato's craziness. First, let's discuss the figures that were used to build this figure. The head here comes from Wing Gundam Zero Custom. The body and the upper legs come from Wing Gundam Zero version 2. The shoulders both come from Destiny Gundam. The arms and hands come from Strike Gundam, and the bottom legs and feet come from Burning Gundam. He also comes with a few accessories that originate elsewhere. I'll get to those in a bit. Let's discuss the articulation and the detail. Detail-wise, lots of panel lines you can see here. On the Wing Gundam Zero parts, you can see them filled in. On the back, he has two thrusters. The rear parts of the legs open up, revealing more thrusters. These allow him to jump higher for his attacks. The white parts up here are his machine cannons, more powerful than the Blazing Gundams, of course. But of course they use up more ammo. See, he has a number of movable joints common to most MSiA. His head is on a ball joint and can tilt up and down and rotate a full 360 degrees. Excellent articulation there. I should note these white parts here are loose. They are prone to falling off. That's a fault of the original Destiny Gundam toy, not the custom figure here. See, his arms are on a ball joint, and they can rotate the biceps. He has double jointed elbows thanks to the Strike Gundam figure, and ball jointed hands. He can turn a full 360 degrees at the waist. His legs are ball jointed, and he has double jointed knees. The feet are also on ball joints, and the feet can open and close. Also, the thrusters on the back have ball joints, but they don't seem to have a lot of range. So in all, he has, I'd say, 24 points of articulation, counting the opposable toes, if you want to call them that. You know, once again, still pretty limber. You know, in some ways better than Blazing, in some ways worse. Now first, I want to note that originally this whole figure was just an afterthought. At first, you know, it was just a mix of leftover parts from ways to make Blazing. Originally the shoulders were Burning Gundam shoulder armor, and I thought, you know what? I can do better. So first, I wanted more blue. I thought these were much better. I especially like the white parts coming off the shoulders here. Looks a lot better. And I tried a number of heads some of them just didn't fit, some of them just didn't look right. I eventually went with Wing Zero Customs. Thought it looked the best. Now we'll discuss his accessories. One of his most important accessories is his horse. Now, yes, for the most part, it's unchanged from the mobile horse that comes with Burning Gundam or Master Gundam. So I tried to do as much changing as I could. Specifically on the front legs here, I added the Leo's shoulder armor. They just seem to stick around quite fine. No modifications there. I know it's lazy, but I didn't want to take it apart. I couldn't find anything to add to it, so I apologize if it's lazy. The figure can ride on it just fine. He can grab onto the reins like so. See, you can ride on him. The horse's name, however, is named Mansfeld, and the name originates from a real-life person who he basically invented the term Dragoon, though Dragoon-like tactics were used long before he had created them. I'm using quotation marks here. Yes, you're learning. Haha, I make people suffer by learning. He has a number of weapons as well, borrowed from Destiny Gundam. He has an energy shield. I think looks snazzy. The white parts can come off, and they can make one of two different weapons. They can either become a beam saber. It's actually backwards, believe it or not. Right there. See, the blade is curved. Or you can attach a shorter blade and make a beam boomerang. And you can just chuck it at people. Which, of course, what else are you going to do with the boomerang? Hand came off. Just a second here. Technical difficulties. That goes there. And that goes there. And then we come to his most important accessory. His, just give me a second here. Most important weapon, his Bahamut spear. Because Dragoons are all about spears. It's very long. This figure, like the Blazing Gundam's weapons, comes from a totally different toy line. In this case, comes from a toy line that has nothing to do with robots. This comes from the Edward Elric figure from Square-Enix's Fullmetal Alchemist Play Arts line. And I thought it went well with it. Fits quite well in both his hands. Darn it. See, what did I tell you? Keep falling out. See, there's the spear. It is very, very long. Let me turn it so you can see the spear tip there. And this is his main weapon, of course. And when he goes to do his signature special attack, Blade of the Dragon King, I have this little neat thing to add on here. Bit of energy as he comes flying down on his opponent after jumping, stabbing them. And of course, big fancy explosion. The energy effect came from, I think it came from a Naruto figurine. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Naruto figure. Anyway, Blade of the Dragon King is his signature attack. He performs it using the spear, and this energy here is just for special effects. So, all in all, how would I rate this figure? Honestly, I forget. Honestly, this figure came a long way. What started out as an afterthought eventually evolved into something greater, and frankly, I'm pleased with myself. Anyway, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and you know, once again, comments are great, and look forward to future reviews, custom or not.